Now, naturally, everyone knows that the economy these days in the United States of America is something that's troubling to many families and just many institutions. With the troubling state of the economy, what will the leadership here at Franklin Pierce do to ensure the survival of this institution, to make it economically viable?
Sure. Well, there are a few primary streams of revenue for the institution. The most significant, of course, is tuition revenue. And so making sure that we're optimizing revenue so that it serves the institution the way that it does. And at the same time, making sure that we remain accessible to students so that students and their families can come to Franklin Pierce and get the kind of education that will help them throughout their lives. That's the first. And the greater the enrollment, the lesser the pressure on the budget. And so wanting to get that enrollment program for undergraduate and professional and graduate programs is really important. At the same time, there are some limitations. You can grow too quickly and too large. That is typically a good problem to have. But we do have to grow intentionally so that we're not overwhelming the facilities on campus and especially classrooms. We don't want to grow so that the faculty-student population ratio expands dramatically and makes it challenging to offer a high-quality education. So we've got to make sure that we're growing intentionally with enrollment. Also, the institution is a relatively young institution. In many ways, it's in its adolescence. It was founded in 1962, and it has alumni who are just getting to the stage of life where they have more disposable income. And so planning for the institution's immediate needs as well as future needs and leveraging the relationships that the institution has with its alumni is really important. And so one of the things that I want to do is work with Carol Gravel and the institutional advancement team to make sure that we have good relationships with our alumni, that we want to invite them back to campus and to other activities at the campus and off campus so that they feel engaged in their stakeholders at the institution. Those are good relationships to have for lots of reasons, because we want to engage those alumni, but we also know that those alumni who are engaged are more likely to be benefactors in the institution. And so working with the alumni to make sure that we're developing a strong giving program and that we have planned gifts that we can count on in the future. At the same time, one of the great things about Wheeling Jesuit University is that it had a vibrant sponsored programs office. The university brought in between $12 and $15 million annually from the federal government for different programs. Franklin Pierce has some of that kind of money. It's not that significant by any means, but I think that's an opportunity for us to look at. One of the things that immediately comes to mind is that the U.S. Congress just approved expansion of national service programs, something I'm very familiar with, having received money in the past in my career for national service programs. And those things resonate really well with the mission of the institution to help students understand their roles in community and take leadership roles in communities. How can we best tap into some of those resources so that we better expand service learning programs or mentoring programs, the kinds of things that are incidental learning opportunities that help students grow in lots of different ways. And so, that's a whole range of the work that I'll be doing that I'm excited about and will focus on so we can leverage additional funding for the institution.
Now, on the same line as the economy, and before we were discussing, that the fact that Ringe is a small town and everything, the university is a big part of the town's economy. And given past problems between the town of Ringe, particularly the police department and the university, how would you seek to repair that relationship?
Sure. Town-gown relationships are really important. And, I've been at places where those relationships have been strained, and I've been at places where they've been very healthy. I'm familiar with some of the challenges, and I don't think it's fair just to say that it's with one particular municipal agency. There's usually a cultural approach that fixes those things. I don't think it's a matter of picking one department or individuals to say, here are our problems. I think they're usually reflective of greater problems. But my sense is, from meeting with some of the community leaders, that there is a great amount of goodwill from the community toward the institution. I hope to tap into that. As I've said before, I've always lived in the communities where I've worked, and that is certainly what we're planning to do. We'll be up there the next few weeks to look at some housing options for ourselves. But our real hope is to be in Ringe, and that's what we're right now planning to do. Because I want to be a member of the community. I don't want to be the president of the university who comes in and leaves. For some folks, that works okay, and it's fine. But for me, my particular style and value is that I like to live in the communities where I work. So I'd like to bring that to the table to say, not only am I a representative of the institution, but I'm also a representative of the community, and we can find a way. I know that there's always the possibility of finding a way to get common ground, and I think we can do that. Sometimes it requires compromise. Sometimes it requires give and take. But we can find a way to work well together, and I'm looking forward to being able to do that.
Yeah, even just living right here in the communities would be really important to the student body and probably even town, just to having that extra step like that, I think.
Great.
Now, judging by your experiences here on the campus, you visited for your interview and everything, what would you like to see improved in terms of academic services or, as we were speaking about before, recreation services? Just, what are some of your general thoughts on what could be fixed here, or made better, not even fixed?
Sure. Well, like I said before, the learning curve for me is going to be most sharp those early days on campus. So, I don't want to, I don't want to offer comments and have them come across as criticisms or assessments, because I certainly don't have the level of knowledge about the programs that the institution offers. I think today, for today's students, that writing skills are critically important. We've got to make sure that students know how to write well, they know how to express themselves in writing. They have to understand the different forms of writing. And so there is a writing center on campus, from what I recall, and I think making sure that they continue the good work that they're doing to help students and support students in developing their own writing skills. At the same time, we know the fastest growing population of students who will be coming to colleges and universities are students that need remedial work. There is a balance in trying to get those students here, because while they are a population that's growing, they also are a population that require more and more institutional services. And so we've got to figure out how do we best respond to that. Some of that is in terms of academic skills. Some of it is in psychological services. How do we make sure that we offer those things to students so that we can bring them in to give them the opportunity to have a good quality education, at the same time not overburdening the institution with services that are costly at times, and making sure that we're taking a good strategic approach to those things. I suspect, like most small private institutions, it's a kind of place that numbers of people, faculty, residents, life staff, senior administrators, care about individual students. And so, that doesn't require a program. That doesn't require expense. It is about getting the right people into positions where they can articulate and act on an intentional sense of care for others. And so I suspect that is indeed what's there. Certainly the people that I've met, that comes across very clearly. And my hope would be to make sure that when I'm hiring new staff, there are a couple of staff openings, that we'll be able to find the people that will do those things. Students are critically important to the lives that we live as professionals, but also as educators. And so we've got to make sure that we get the right people in those positions that are student-centered and student-focused.
Well, I think that's all on my end. AJ, you have anything else to add?
No, it was really great having you on the air today. It's really nice hearing a lot of the messages that you want to, and what you intend on doing when you start here in June, and we're really excited to have you coming to this campus.
Do you have a final message for the students out there?
Well, thanks so much. As I said earlier, I appreciate your time and the time of the listeners to the Talon, and I'm looking forward to getting there, getting to know more students. I met a group of student government leaders who were just fantastic. They were just a wonderful group, and so if they're representative of the institution, it's really going to be a great place to be and work with the students. So I'm looking forward to meeting as many students as I can and serving them well.
Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Well, have a good weekend.
You too.
That was Dr. James Birge, the newly chosen president of Franklin Pierce University. We look forward to working with him this summer and into the future. Thank you very much for joining us today. I'm Andrew Berger.
And I'm AJ Kierstead. You have been listening to the Talon, WFPCLP 105.3 FM Ringe, and online at WFPCLP.com. Thanks for listening.